Hey everyone, it's Danielle. Welcome to the free video. So tonight I'm going to be talking about Lucid because even though it is a very, volatile, aggressive name, I do think it has a setup. So if you are in the mood for getting a little wild, here is a wild trade for you. If on the other hand you like conservative trades, this is not going to be the one. So I am looking at Lucid for a couple different reasons. Number one, it's been hyped in the media a lot recently, which is not a reason to buy a stock at all. But in this instance, because it has earnings coming up and because it has quite a bit of high short interest, the media hype can really make it take off because, you've got a lot of retail traders coming in, buying it, piling in, that kind of thing. And with the 26% short interest, right up near the highs, it's in a very real realm for a potential short squeeze. Now, the other thing about it is they're reporting earnings, and earnings can typically be a catalyst for a potential short squeeze because, if you're short and it's been rallying for a couple weeks in a row, do you really want to potentially hold it through an amazing earnings report? Maybe not. So with something like this, there's a couple different ways you could trade it. Number one, you could trade it for just a 2-day move into the report. I usually don't do those trades that short dated, but for people who are day traders, for somebody who wants to just be a little bit more aggressive, looking at potential rally going into the report, but not through it, because the report is going to be on Monday after the close. Generally, when I'm doing something like that, I'm just going to buy like Delta 50, Delta 70 calls, and I'm going to try and trade, a move going into that report, and then I usually get out of my calls before the actual report. Now, it looks like from the options chain, there's just a ton of activity. You've got a lot of people buying calls on this ticker, and the implied volatility is really high. So the other thing you could do next week is trade the earnings report. Now it's going to be on Monday, so it's not really my favorite time to trade an earnings report, but if you wanted to do it, looking at some kind of premium selling with the high IV would make a lot of sense. It really just depends which way you think it's going to go. For me, I don't have a great analysis on that because my analysis is done primarily based off of technicals and fundamentals, and this chart really has neither because it doesn't have a long enough history. So with something like this, it really is kind of a true lotto trade. But I think the main thing with this is, let's say, like my favorite trade out of these three that I'm talking about, 2-day run into earnings, aggressive, risky, trading the reports, total coin flip, but you could make money on it if you pick the right direction. Number 3 would be a post-earnings move. So let's say that we don't do anything and just wait until Lucid reports. Now, it could do one of 3 things. The report could be terrible, it could end up all the way down here. Well, in that instance, you'd be happy you didn't trade the report, right? Unless you bet on it going down. You could just make a neutral bet and try to play an IV crush, or you could wait until after the report, and if it did in fact gap up and run away, then you could buy it then to trade a short squeeze, a post-earnings short squeeze. So either way, got to have it on the radar, got to be looking out, because if it does end up short squeezing Friday or Monday or Tuesday, it could be a nice day trade to ride. Now, for those of you who aren't too familiar with the short squeeze, the only way the short squeeze works is if the short sellers are buying to cover. So if for any reason this thing gaps down, it's selling off, it's running out of momentum, the short squeeze is dead and gone. Short squeeze only works on upwards momentum. So the thing about the short squeeze is you never know when it's going to end, but when it does, it's one of those, get out as soon as possible situations. So that's all for me. Hope you enjoyed this video, learning to trade about Lucid. I did want to let you know that I am going to be having a class this weekend. It's called the Options Decision Tree. With this class, it's going to become my personal decision tree, how I decide what kind of trades I'm going to put on, where I'm going to look. I talk about the friendly stocks that I trade and how I trade them on a monthly basis on repeat. It's also going to come with my flow chart for the options decision tree and more. So if you want to check that out, you can go to simplertrading.com/tree. And other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey traders, it's Danielle here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment down below. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you will never miss the latest take from our trading experts. Did you know that we provide real-time trade alerts so that you know exactly what we're doing, exactly when we're doing it? Go to www.simplertrading.com to learn more. Good trading, and we'll see you in the next video.